Faces of Philanthropy is a series highlighting young philanthropists of color who give back and who do amazing work in their communities. Our goal is to debunk the stigma that you have to be of a certain social status to be a philanthropist, but you truly just have to have a heart for others. This is Faces of Philanthropy. Welcome to Faces of Philanthropy.
Thank you.
Tonight we have Mr. James Murphy on the couch with us. Welcome.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. So you know about our series, and our goal is to really change the way people think about philanthropy, to change the way that people identify philanthropists. And so our goal is to present folks who look like me and you know, young people of color who are doing really amazing things in different ways for our communities, who are truly philanthropists. So James, why don't you introduce yourself to us, tell us about who you are and your work, and tell us what philanthropy means to you.
Okay. So, as Julie said, James Murphy. I'm a current board member of Focus Pittsburgh and Just for Success in Pittsburgh. And what philanthropy means to me, just being able to give your time, your energy, your love, your money, whatever your source of self-worth or being is, being able to provide that to others and understanding that it's a catalyst for change. Like it's a bowl, right? So philanthropy is like a bowl because with a bowl you're able to serve and acquire. Like, I think people forget that, you know, in philanthropy, it's not just a one-way street.
Right.
You're getting, and it's not talked about a lot, but you're getting the benefit of knowing that you've helped someone.
Absolutely.
In their struggle.
And oftentimes what you get back is way more valuable than what you put out.
Definitely.
So, especially if it's monetary sometimes, you know, and I think we get stuck on like, oh, philanthropy is only about money, it's only about writing a big check. And it's like, no, it's so much more, you know, the joy and the satisfaction that you feel when you give, whatever it is.
I remember when I was younger and when I would go in the bathroom, my mom would always have these Christian sayings. One of the quotes that she just had around the house and she would say a lot is, you know, we may not have it all together, but together we have it all. And, you know, constantly seeing that quote around the house and her saying it, you know, I started realizing, you know, I'm a piece of a bigger puzzle, you know, whether you want to call it Black community or mankind or the world, you know, and realizing that, you know, with each piece moving, you know, if I, in my own heart, take actions, positive actions, to be a catalyst for change, then that's only going to allow the next piece connected to me to do the same as well.
Awesome. And so when people, you mentioned that you're on 2 boards, actually. Congratulations on obtaining those positions. Tell us a little bit about what that means to you and your board engagement.
Honestly, it's nothing short of a blessing. You know, I appreciate the ability to have a seat at the table, to voice my opinions, to understand other people's opinions. Because one thing I learned is that when you're on the board, you're not only there to contribute, but to learn as well. Because Pittsburgh has so many different viewpoints and so many different recipients of different nonprofits, and you may not understand all the struggles, or maybe you do, and it's definitely a way to contribute and learn at the same time. So definitely a pleasure to be on both boards and assist. Yeah,
and I think it's awesome being able to really have a direct influence on the organization. So you might not be on the ground, you know, every day during the programming, but being at that system-wide level of being able to influence the policy or the funding priorities, what have you, I think is really important for people who look like me and you to be in those spaces, and as you said, to have a seat at the table. So two parts, how would you encourage organizations to think more critically about engaging us in those opportunities, and then vice versa, how do you get young professionals or young people to think about, taking those types of roles?
I would say the first aspect is just being open, just being open to the possibility. Even if someone doesn't explicitly promote it, say, hey, I'm interested in assisting your organization. How can I do that? How can I participate? And I think the same thing vice versa for professional organizations, nonprofit organizations. If you want board members of color, anywhere you go, any place you could think of, just ask. There's no harm in asking. Like my father always says, you got to get through 9 no's, get 1 yes. So, if you see someone that is truly, the aura's right, or they inspire you, you're inspired by who they are, or they just seem like a great professional to you, or they're very creative, go for it. Give it a shot.
How did you even get your foot in the door in some of those spaces?
So with Focus Pittsburgh, that's actually a funny story. My grandmother is an usher at the Steeler game suites.
Okay.
And she was just like, hey, Troy Polamalu's wife is up here. Do you want to meet her and the kids? And I'm like, yeah, why not?
Right.
Let's do this. So one of the things I've gotten accustomed to doing when I meet new people is more than the hi, hello. Is there any way I can serve you? Is there any way I could be helpful to you? Is there anything that you're doing that you need more assistance with? So in that space that we were in, watching the game and everything, I said that to her. And the first thing she said is, James, just knowing you for 10 minutes, your personality go well with Focus Pittsburgh. So since then, I've been on that board for about 6 years now.
Wow.
So yeah. I mean, I just, I asked and I meant it.
Right.
How can I help you? And that's how I can help. And I've helped since then with Dress for Success. My mom's always had a thing about Dress for Success. She loved the mission. She loved the programs. So I felt like, instead of waiting until something dramatic happened to my mother, what better way to show her I love her than to be involved in something that she's passionate about.
Wow.
So yeah, I just reached out to them and said, I'd love to be a part of your organization. Can I be on your board? And they said yes.
Very nice. Cool.
Yeah.
So one of the things that I heard was just this lifestyle. It's not, just a one-time event for you. Your whole life is about serving others and adding value to others. Very nice. So you talked a little bit about your mom and how she had these quotes around the house. So did your mom inspire you to serve in this way?
Yes, definitely. Looking back, there were a lot of things that I saw my mom do that, from when we went to the restaurant, she would bust the tables and we're like, what are you doing? Paying it forward,
right.
Paying it forward, paying it forward. So yeah, those quotes and then just her actions itself really made a great impact on who I am.
Nice.
Yeah.
And now you're dedicating yourself to make that impact on the future generations as well.
Yeah.
So what advice would you have, or what would you say to, someone who looks up to you about getting involved?
I would say understand that it is so important to know your truth, know your self-worth, and be yourself. When you have those three, it makes everything else seamless.
Well, I have enjoyed our conversation tonight. Is there anything else that you want to share?
I really appreciate the opportunity to be here. And I hope that anybody watching this understands that you have the ability right now to do anything to make a positive change in your family, in your community, in your neighborhood, in the world. All it takes is for you to know your true worth, express yourself, and execute. You can do it. So my name is James Murphy. I'm a Christian man. I'm a lover. I'm a student of life. And I'm a philanthropist.